Alright, hello everyone, Simon here. Welcome back to Minecraft Trains. Trains are fun. Let's get into our world. So in the last video, we created a thing that took 5 options into, and we encoded that into a single redstone wire. And then we had another thing that decoded that signal from the wire into lights. So you might be thinking like, why make this so complicated, right? Well, Simon, why do you make this so complicated? Because we could just have like a wire going from that button to that light, and another wire going from that button to that light. And you just need 5 wires. You just need 5 wires, and you don't need all these pistons and switches and things. But the problem is that, when you have 2 things side by side like this, obviously, just having 5 wires is easier. But we have to consider what happens when we try to make a train network where you have 25 options, right? So this single wire, one wire can carry 5 signals, and 5 times 5 is 25. So let me just illustrate for you what that means in terms of the size of the signal infrastructure. So you want 25 signals. So you say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you do need a space between them, because if you don't have a space between them, then all the redstone just join up into one giant patch. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, this is 5. And already it's taking up that much space. So 5 times 5 is 25. So imagine 5 times of this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Like, to have 25 wires going across the landscape to carry 25 signals, the whole thing's going to be that wide, right? Which is kind of crazy. Or if you stack them up, you have a 5 by 5 square. Or if you don't want to like lay them out horizontally, let's say you kind of make it as compact as possible. You go up. Let me just destroy all that. Even if you make it into a square, you still have a massive chunk of just wires. Oops. And then every time you want to pull a signal out, you have to widen it to do that. So let me just say it's a 1, 2. Oh, you can't even do that because that turns it off like that. Okay. I guess what you can do is diagonal a little bit. So if we alright, we can do that. So if you imagine then the next wires are there. 5, except those need to be blocked off. So then you go do that. So that's 10. No, because then you'd still, like, this would still take the signal from underneath. So you need to go 2 blocks up from there. So you have to be up here now for the next one. Not that. So 5, 10, and then the next one is like that, 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 and that. And then like, you know, this gives you 20 wires. Put a block there. 3, 4, and 5. So if you want 20 wires, it's still going to be like a giant block of things to get 20 signals. And it's just big and bulky and ugly, really. Although you can do it. I mean, I don't have anything against this, really. It's inelegant, it uses a lot of materials, it uses a lot of redstone dust. Although we're in creative, so we have infinite redstone dust anyway, so... I guess if you're in survival, then this is a lot of redstone dust to spend. To send 25 possible signals. And then the next one has to be 2 blocks up, so it doesn't interfere. If I can just do that. So then... So 5, 10, 20, 25. So the whole thing is going to be something like this big. Maybe there's a slightly more compact way to do this, but... That's about the size of your signal transfer. That is ugly, you know what I mean? it's just ugly. Alright, so now consider my alternative, which is 2 wires. 5 times 5 equals 25, is what I propose. Let me just flatten out my workspace so I can illustrate to you how much more compact this will be. And you know, this stuff, because we have, well, the markers are still broken, unfortunately, but we have to travel like thousands and thousands of blocks from one side of the 4 maps to the other. And like if we have 25 wires, we'd have to build that across the thousands of blocks of the map. We don't really want to have to do that. Let me just get rid of this stuff for a bit. Although I am kind of encroaching on my spawn point and other things. So now my alternative, you have let's see, the wires. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I mean it's. Let me stop flying. So the wire starts there, right? Let me just remove those signals. So where does that stop? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But not there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean 5 there. So that's 1 wire. Now the other wire, where? This can be like this actually. Just trying to figure out the most compact way to do this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess it's we can't squeeze it any closer than that. Um, I'm trying to decide if I can make this any smaller. But I think I can't. So if I the other one, because 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that is 5. 5 might be I mean, look, at most it's 3 blocks. Maybe we can be less than. Maybe we can have like 2 blocks for the wire. Hold on, let me just move this. Actually, no, it's going to be 3 blocks because this transition is 3 blocks wide. Okay, so I mean, we do the same thing. We leave a gap there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it will be more efficient if we just have it go straight. But the point I'm trying to make, if I'm allowed to make a point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that the actual wires is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be 7 blocks wide, 2 wires going down. And it's going to be 1 block high and 7 blocks wide. Or we can stack them on top of each other, I guess. If we want to, we can stack these 2 things on top of each other to make it narrower. Dropping frames for some reason. Hope my internet recovers. My internet's not that stable. Okay, well, it's not a big deal. So something this big, that cross-section versus this cross-section is the difference. And having this travel several thousand blocks across the landscape is okay, whereas having that travel several thousand blocks across the map is big and ugly. And so that's why we make this efficient by converting 5 signals into 1 wire. Okay, so the next concept I want to demonstrate is 25 buttons, 25 buttons, and 25 destinations. How do I want to do this? So let's flatten this out a little bit here. Let's say I start here. So 25 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if I should have the button flush like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me flatten this out, give myself a bit of space to work. Give myself a lot of space to work because I need 25. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, even this, that's a lot of buttons, isn't it? Oh, that's 6 there, my bad. That is a lot of buttons. Let me fill all of this in here with the dirt. So we need to get up to there, probably like 2 blocks there. Alright, this is gonna take me a little while to fill all this stuff in. And yes, I'm gonna fill all of it in because I'm not gonna leave a hollow space in the ground. Although I can just leave a hollow space in the ground. The block placing, for some reason, is fast sometimes. Like I don't know why it suddenly speeds up. Sometimes, but not other times. It's kind of weird. Alright, I'm gonna continue filling this in. It's a lot of buttons, isn't it? And so then we need to take the signal from the 25 buttons and transfer them into 2 sets of 5s. Oh, I should probably place the buttons higher up. Yeah, I remember now. Because it's actually easier if it's 1 block off the ground. Alright, let's redo the buttons. I have been thinking about it. Like I don't just make this stuff on the fly. I do think about the circuits that I need to build when I'm not playing. Sure, let's fill all of this in. Don't really want a pool of water in the ground there. Alright, that, and then this. I can just like make a different world and do the prototyping in a super flat world, but I do want all my stuff to be in the same world just to keep things together, right? Yeah, seriously, why does it suddenly speeds up like that when you place blocks? Alright, so we want the buttons actually to be 1 block up. Though... No, because there's only 1 block gap between each of them. So it's not gonna make any difference. I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to take signals from this. Push this back a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, right. I guess we have to raise this up to give ourselves more space. because we need to like we're gonna push the signals together. Hmm. This is complicated. Trying to visualize what is the best way to do this. I mean, we kind of want to. In fact, does that work? Hold on. Because I know you can like have wires right next to each other if you do that. Oh, that does work. But we also want to separate these out quickly, so that we don't need to have repeaters everywhere. Alright, how quickly can we step up? That doesn't even step up. That's crazy. What is the most effective way to step up? So then this can do that, but we need to block those off. And then we step up there. Does that work? If I press that? No, it doesn't. But I think it would work if I do that. Okay, that does work. I'm sure this makes sense somehow. Not that one. That there, that there. I mean, it might be easier if we... Well, no. No. This is fine. Or is it fine? So we step up there. No, it would be easier if we just come back here. How quickly can we step up? Maybe we can step up more quickly than this. Let me try something else. Because doesn't this work? I do that and that. No, it doesn't work. Wow. That's okay, it doesn't work.